All right. Let's see. Hello, Subhash. All right. You are the first person to join. Where are you from? India, I'm guessing. Ishan, hello, hello. Robin, we have a few people on YouTube. Uh, Amazing. Hello, Vaidehi. Nice to see you. Hello, hello. Sorry, guys, I'm a little late today. So yesterday I had to fly from West Coast to East Coast in the US for some of my immigration stuff. Yes, I still, even after so many years in the US, I still have immigration work. So we had to fly and come back, and oh, it was crazy. And along with all this COVID stuff going on, like you have to test yourself. So yeah, wow. But so that's why I got a little late this morning, but I said I'm still gonna go live because I'm sure people have questions. Hello, Ashok. Etiraj, nice to see you. Yes, we worked in HCL. Yes, of course. How are you? I'm sure you're doing well, and I don't know if you're still there at HCL. All right, we have a bunch of people. Hi, I'm waving to as many as I can. All right. Okay, so today, last time I spoke to you all about how to write the perfect statement of purpose and the perfect essay. And what I realized last time is that while I was doing that, I actually missed answering a ton of questions that people were asking about study abroad. So I thought, let's re-experiment. Let's actually answer most of your questions, and it might be about COVID and how you think the education world is responding to COVID, and should you really go out and study this year. I'm just gonna try and answer questions today. That's kind of my goal. So let's see. All right, Azarella says hi. Hello there, my lovely amazing cousin. Wow, we have friends, family, everybody join. All right, there you go. So the YouTube guys are much faster than you Instagram people. They've already started asking me questions. So we're going to jump right in. Okay. Ashir, can I study computer science in US after 12th from India? Yes, Ashir, of course you can study right after 12th standard. It actually gives you the most chances of becoming successful. Why? Is because you can do an undergrad degree in computer science. Okay, what you have to do next is Google SAT. That's the exam that you have to take. You have to score well in your SAT, go for an undergrad degree that costs somewhere around, it depends. It actually starts from about $10,000 to $12,000 per year in tuition, and it can go up to about $60,000 in tuition, depending on the type of school and the brand of the school and the location and all of that. But SAT, Bachelor's in Computer Science, gives you a great shot at a master's degree in computer science. So you should definitely try that out. Okay. And computer science in the US is, of course, doing great. Of course, Ashok. Okay. Ayush is asking, can we still get a scholarship without giving the SAT? So Ayush, without giving the SAT, getting a scholarship is really hard, because at the undergrad level, or in India, you will call it bachelor's, right? When you're applying for bachelor's, I'm pretty sure you don't have any work experience, right? So there is nothing to make you stand out compared to your competitors who are applying, right? Your fellow applicants, your friends, whoever's applying. How does the school differentiate and say who is better? Because using your high school, your 12th standard marks is not the best way to do it, right? In the south of India, people get different marks than the same amount of the same amount of smartness someone has in the north, they get a different score. So the SAT is used to level you against your other peers. And that's why you should give your SAT, right? Without SAT, if a school is giving you a scholarship, it basically means that that school does not have enough applicants, and that's why they're giving you a scholarship. Stay away from those kind of schools. Simple answer. Okay, let's take a question from Insta. Ishwar is asking, if I want to join a Masters of Game Design, which exams I want to write? I have to write. Okay, so a Masters of Game Design falls typically under the whole graphic design plus computer science, sort of a hybrid stream. And for that, you will be writing the GRE if you are going to the US. If you're going to Canada, though, for game design, because there are a lot of new programs, like look this one up. It's called the, oh, it's called the, I'm blanking out. It's the short form is AAU. I don't know what the full form of that university is. It's just some arts. Yes, found it. Academy of Arts University. Just look that one up. It's a really good new program. Doesn't require you to write a GRE, but also the people who teach there have a background from like doing a game design for some of the biggest brands in the world. So look it up. Okay. Ishan, will you accept my request? What request are you talking about, Ishan? Is it on one of the social channels? If yes, I am sorry if I missed it. Hello, Avinash is here, my good friend. Okay. Okay, Azrael is asking, do you think it's best to get more experience post MBA in India to do an intensive leadership executive business degree? Okay. I don't really think I got that question well. I'm guessing um, what your question is more about doing an intensive leadership program. Do you think it's best to get more experience post MBA in India to do an intensive? No, these are different things. So first of all, I mean, an intensive leadership or executive business degree you can take anywhere in the world, but post that, if you want to do another MBA abroad, then of course you will still have to get more experience, if that's the question. Yes, and you will need, if it's an executive program, consider another year or two additional of work experience that you're going to need. Okay, switching back to YouTube. Prashil, I want to study masters in cybersecurity. It's a great new field, Prashil. As a fun fact, our product, iSchool Connect, was literally cyber attacked a bunch of times the last couple of weeks, but we got out safe. We've got a really strong tech team, and yes, I mean, cybersecurity is doing well. It's a path where degree isn't necessary, but I'm confused whether to choose CS degree or specific cybersecurity one. You are right. In a lot of cases, especially in computer science, you do not really need a degree. That's where the world is going, but it's going to take some time. So as of now, at the minimum, you need at least a bachelor's degree, right, to apply to jobs. Now, there are companies like Google that are just on the forefront of saying that we don't even need a bachelor's degree. You can apply to our jobs and you can get these jobs without a bachelor's degree. But trust me, it's going to be much harder. Master's degree, yes, there are companies, a lot of companies that say we don't need a master's degree. But then competition becomes a problem, which is fine, right? I would still recommend, if you've done cybersecurity bachelor's, then just focus on doing online courses if you need to. But if not, you can apply directly for cybersecurity jobs. Okay. Cybersecurity and you are confused, do not worry. Again, there are courses where you have computer science with cybersecurity as a specialization, but you also have masters in cybersecurity. The best way for you to find those programs is go to ischoolconnect.com/explore schools. You'll see the explore schools button. Just put cybersecurity there and see what comes up. It will show you a combination of both masters in cybersecurity and just computer science with cybersecurity, right? Alrighty. Will this live be saved on YouTube, Priyanshu? Yes, it will be. Uh, Ayush, SAT is now optional for many colleges. You are right, Ayush, but not for the top ones. They will still require the online SAT. But yes, the ones that are saying optional because they don't have enough international students going this year. So they are being desperate and saying that it's optional. But if you note that the ones where there's enough student demand, they are still wanting SAT. Um, What's the scope of Masters of Applied Computing course in the US? Jitu is asking. Now, Jitu, applied computing has a lot of different fields under it, right? So if you go for applied artificial intelligence, for instance, applied AI, that field is booming in computer science. So uh, I would say, couple of years back or so, just the machine learning and AI programs were in high demand, but now it's the applied AI programs that are in high demand, which is how do you apply computer vision or computer language understanding to real world problems. And it's a great field to be in. And if those are the kind of programs that you want to apply to, searching for them is going to be hard. You have to search for programs in machine learning and artificial intelligence and then talk to a consultant or the school itself, or just talk to iSchool Connect. We're going to help you out. Okay. Jyoti, is there any scope for biomedical engineering? Yes. Biomedical engineering, I would say, is going to be hard compared to a lot of the other streams. But biomedical engineering is booming a lot, even in India. In fact, I don't know if you're thinking of any country abroad, but biomedical engineering in India is doing quite well. I just don't know what your background is, Jyoti. If your scores are good and you're really keen on doing something like that, just make sure you pick the top say 40 or 50 schools. Don't go beyond that for biomedical engineering, right? Okay. Regulatory Gyan is asking, what is your LinkedIn ID? It's a secret. Find me out. Okay. Asim, does community college accept international students? Yes, Asim, that's a great question. Indian students think that community college is something that's like low level, but it's not. Community colleges are a great way to save some money in your first couple of years and then transfer your program to a much higher ranked institution. It's a great, great way of doing it. And of course, they accept international students. So reach out to us if you want at ischoolconnect.com, and please let people know that you were on the channel and you were talking about community college. We will definitely assist you. Okay, we'll have to switch a little to our friends over at Instagram. Ishwar is saying, sir, I'm pursuing final year bachelor's degree in computer science. Can I do game design? Yes, I'm thinking what you want is a master's in game design, right? A computer science background is actually a very good background to do game design. So of course, those programs are going to be open to you, Ishwar. And if you have scored well in your bachelor's degree, your undergrad GPA is what they call it. If your undergrad GPA is upwards of 3.0 on a scale of 4, then you're going to get a really good game design course for sure. Okay. Yes, AAU is in Canada, USA, Mali. I hope that's your name. AAU is located in San Francisco. Yes, there is a AAU located in San Francisco, but they're going to require a bunch of things because it's an old university. There's a branch that's opened up in Vancouver, Canada, where getting in is easy, visas easy, Plus, they don't require testing. Hint. Okay. Um, Sanju is asking ways to scholarship for masters in the US. Oh, Sanju. So there's a blog we've written about scholarships, and you just I would say just go to the blog, and even if you comment there, my team is going to look at it. We have compiled another list of about 70 scholarships that you can apply in India. 70, that's huge. So read that blog first, and also reach out to the team, register if you feel like. But we have that list, and we can share it with you. Unfortunately, right now I'm in the live channel, so I won't be able to share it right here with you. Okay, but yes, we do have it. Kalyani, I want to pursue fashion design. Could you give me some information about fashion design? Now, Kalyani, fashion design is a field that a lot of folks in the US are also fighting to get through, right? But international students have a separate quota as well. And there are, I mean, New York Institute of Fashion, and there's so many. It really depends on what your profile is. I would say don't only focus on the US. For fashion design, I think being in Europe is also, we've had some students who've gone through us for fashion design to Europe, especially in the London area, and they seem to do quite well. And of course, I'm sure you know that, like the London Fashion Week, the Paris Fashion Week are much more hyped than anything else anywhere in the world. So there are a lot of companies in the EU that are successful, large brands, and they just sell in the US. So we can definitely give you more information. I don't want to take the whole time here on the YouTube live channel, but would like to really know more about your profile. So please register on iSchool Connect, put a comment there, let people know that we've spoken on the YouTube channel, and and we will connect with you. Even I can myself connect. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Now, please advise about funded masters from Canada or something where you can save some upfront fee. This again comes back to funding and scholarships, and it's a broad topic. I have some videos that I've done on this, but essentially your goal is going to be, first, get scholarship from the school, be it a merit-based scholarship or be it a need-based scholarship, and then next is get a bank loan, and then the next is see if you can get some assistantship or some jobs while you are in campus. These are multiple ways of saving on upfront fees. There's a separate video on that. Please watch it. And yes, if there's anything else we can do, please let us know. All right, switching to YouTube. Okay. Wow, we got a bunch of new questions here. Okay. Radhika, what score is good to avail scholarships? It depends. If you are going for, I'm guessing you're going for an MBA program, right? And if yes, then depends on what type of school you're going to. If you're going to the top 20, you need at least a 710, okay? If you're going to a slightly lower ranked school and you also have good grades in your undergrad, you have some community experience to show, then you can stay somewhere between 650 and 700, okay? But as an Indian student, don't even think of going below 650, okay? Not good. Not, and you're going to get some programs with 650 score, but it's not worth it, trust me. So aim for a score that's higher than 700, at least at the minimum. You're going to get something that's within 650 to 700. Okay. Vamsi, I want to do computer engineering in Canada on scholarships. How much per year I should pay? Well, Vamsi, if you are lucky, you can even get somewhere between an 80 to 100% in scholarship. There's very few of those, and that's the thing. So you have to have an ultra strong profile. You have to build the best. What is that? Oof, I'm blanking out. The statement of purpose and the essay possible. Work with consultants, work with your friends, your family, and give your best application out. Okay, there's a ton of free tools, guys, on ischoolconnect.com. Take it. Okay, use those free tools to search for programs, to apply to some schools. Then of course, I think once you go beyond two institutions, then there's a small fee that we will charge. But if you have a good profile, we are even waiving that off. Okay, so there are ways to just take a lot of our help for free. Please do that. Okay, and scholarships especially is a hot topic with students. We look at each of your profiles and tell you what different types of scholarships you can apply to. So you have to think of it differently based on profile. Okay, Aradhya, in the last video, you told me about extracurricular activities. So I want to be a designer and I can get certificate for different designing software from a local office. Will the certificate have the same value? Yes, when you say local office, Aradhya, just make sure that the certificate is recognized across the country, right? At the minimum. You cannot go to if you're going to a local, like I know there's like NIIT. I don't think they give a certificate in design, but NIIT, for instance, is a nationally recognized institution. You can do that. There are some courses actually on new platforms like Upgrad. Look for it, okay? Upgrad and even like Coursera. Some of these online tools where it doesn't matter if they're in India or they're outside, they give you a certificate, and that certificate is valid, and that's the one you gotta look for. Okay, don't go to like a local institute where nobody knows it outside of your city. Okay, it's not going to help you. Okay, so let's switch back to our Insta friends. Okay, Vijay is asking, what is the scope of construction management in the US? Now, Vijay, construction folks earn a hell ton of money in the US, but also remember that there's a lot of them. Okay, construction, real estate in the US is a big deal. You don't really require a degree for that, and that's why you will face a lot of market competition in the US. Okay, so I would strongly advise, if you're looking for construction management, avoid doing it in the US, because getting a work visa will also become difficult, right? You will be competing against locals, and it's going to be hard for you to get a visa as well. So, but if that's, that's your heart saying that, hey, no matter what, I'm going to try it, then of course try it. But doing it locally within India is a much better idea, is what I would suggest. Okay. Okay, we're going to wave to a bunch of new people and then go to Trishna, who is saying scholarship for student who wants to pursue chartered accountant course in the US. Oh, this is a hard one. So in order to be a chartered accountant, it's in the US, I do know that they give scholarships, but the unfortunate truth is that none of our students actually received scholarship for the chartered accountant courses in the US. And I think the main reason for that is local competition. So, oh no, I must say local competition and Chinese competition. Yes, there's a lot of people from China who apply for chartered accountancy kind of programs. And if Trishna, you are in the 11th, 12th grade right now, great. Because if you do an undergrad here, then you go for a master's, your chances of getting a scholarship are much, much higher. But if you're applying directly for a master's degree that will help you become a chartered accountant, your scholarship chances are going to be slim, is what I need to tell you, right? So, okay. Priya, what is the scope for CMA? Can you please elaborate CMA? I'm not understanding that. Okay. Arjun, how to achieve scholarships at the US, UK universities, all about partial full funded. Yes, there's a lot of that. So please, again, go to iSchool Connect blogs and look at blogs around scholarships, merit based scholarships, need based scholarships. There's assistantships. There's a ton of those, Arjun. This is not the right forum to talk about all the types of scholarships available, but based on your profile in India, there will be certain scholarships that you can apply to and have a high chance of winning. I hope you are applying for 2021, because for this year, you're not going to find any scholarships anymore. That is over. You have to apply at least before November, guys. If you want scholarships for the next fall season, which is the next like July, August, September intake, you have to apply for scholarships in max November, December. Okay, please remember that. Okay. Scholarships for COVID-19. Vaishnavi is asking, same situation. Vaishnavi, if you want to apply for next year, yes, you can have more scholarships because of COVID, right? Because as less students going, less competition, your chances of getting scholarships are higher. Shubham, how do I get 100% scholarship in GRE? I am from poor family. I have not any type of guidance. Please help me. Shubham, I totally understand you. Scholarship in GRE that doesn't make sense to me. GRE is an exam that you have to give separately. Scholarships you apply separately. Now, if you're really in need and you have good scores, but your family cannot afford it or cannot support you, please reach out to our teams. There are different ways to support your education, right? If you have really studied well, guys, if you have a good score, then institutions will pay, they will fund your study. Okay, just remember my situation. I don't know how many of you saw my video on scholarships, but I did not have so much money to pay for a US MBA, but I had good scores. I studied hard. I spent all of my days studying, preparing for tests, giving mock exams for GMAT, for TOEFL. And when I say all my days, I mean like about 6 months of my life. But then I got 100% scholarship because of that. So please, all of you who are asking questions on scholarships, you have to focus on your profile. Do not expect to go to an institution anywhere in the world and say that, oh yes, I don't have, I don't have a good score. I have 50% marks. I've not done anything in my life. I don't have any extracurricular activities. I don't do any sports, but I need a scholarship. Why would they give you a scholarship? You have to understand that they will only give you a scholarship if you deserve it. So you have to show the school that you deserve it. Okay, show them what you have done outside of your regular like school and all of that. Okay, guys. Okay, now ASEM, yes, community colleges accept international students. I think we spoke about it. Oops, YouTube just reset on me. We are going to the bottom automatically. Can you please, okay. Mayank, yes, you can take a drop after 12th standard. It is actually encouraged. If you have done something good during your drop year, then schools will completely be open to it. Okay. Adapt girls, chances of scholarship for MBA at Ivy League for Indian girl engineering, 2 years work X. 2 years work X becomes a little hard. If you add 2 more years to that and you have 4 years of work X, then your chances of scholarship at an Ivy League go extremely high. But with 2 years, look for Ivy League schools like Dartmouth. Okay, Dartmouth's Tuck School of Business is not so popular, but it is an Ivy League school. Not a lot of people know about it. Okay. Let's see. Dhananjay, there's no compulsory percentage. You basically need to score in the 85th percentile. That makes your job easier when you apply to schools outside. Okay. Anil, Yes, visa officers will approve if you approve the visa if you've taken a loan from Prodigy Finance. It doesn't matter. They are a good brand. They are a known brand, and you can definitely go for that. Okay. Sorry, guys. Some of the chats just went up, and if I have missed that, I'm really sorry. Please put your question back if it's really important. Okay, because there's a lot of questions coming, and YouTube is like, I'm bored. I'm just gonna push everything up. Ha. Okay, so okay. MS in data science, Kalash is asking. Many good schools in the US, Kalash. I will name a few. There's Georgia Institute of Technology. There's University of North Carolina, Raleigh. It's a really good school. Some of the University of California schools are really good. If you go a little higher up the order, Columbia University has a really good program in data science. And of course, the Berkeleys and Stanfords of the world are known for data science. So it's up to you. Okay. Uh, okay, Sudan is saying, I'm in Infosys, Bangalore, and even I'm a Tamilian. Sudan, I don't know how that matters. Yes, I am born in a Tamilian family, but I'm a global citizen. Everybody is the same. But yes, if you have a question, please let us know. Okay. Makan, please reply to my DM. Yes, if you have sent me a DM, I will make sure that I go through it, Makan, and reply. I'm very sorry, guys, if I miss answering some of your questions. It does happen. Okay, I'm just trying to take as many new people's questions as possible. I know Ishwar, Trishna, you guys have more questions. Let me come to that in a minute, okay? If there's time, honestly. Sanju is asking, which is easier, BTech in computer science or BTech in IT? Which has more scope in the US? So, Sanju, honestly, both of them are treated the same way in the US, because what matters is the underlying credits and courses. So that's what you have to look at. Make sure the underlying courses in that degree have important things like basics of programming in C, C++, or Java. Make sure they have some introductory courses, at least, to machine learning. Make sure that they have something in SDLC, software development life cycles. If you have these things, it doesn't matter if it's a BTech CS or it's a BTech IT, they will both be really well. Or if it's actually it's a BS, right, Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science as well. It's going to be completely fine. Okay. Okay. Trishna, are extracurriculars important in a student's resume? If you're applying for business programs, yes. If you're applying for non-business programs, not so much, right? Okay. University of Southampton, Sudan is it's a decent option. You will have to strive really hard to get to find jobs, and you have to network a lot. Okay, University of Southampton is not really well known to have on-campus placements and stuff of that nature, but I do know that students who are out networking do get jobs as well. So good luck with that. Yep. All right. I don't have much funds, Makan is saying, and I have a loan because of my sister. Yes, I do understand it gets really hard. You want to try to get the best bang for your buck, okay? You have to try to get scholarships. The only way to get scholarship, guys, I get hundreds of students who talk to our team saying we need a scholarship. But what have we done to get the scholarship? Nothing. Don't do that. Spend your time, even if it's like your evenings, your weekends, do certificate programs online. Just build up your profile, do things that will make you look better than anybody else, like your neighbors. That's how you get a scholarship, okay? Not by just saying I need a scholarship. I do know, and I'm with a lot of you people, that you have your family cannot afford it, and you have your brothers and sisters after you, but You have to study. Okay. The other thing is, we at iSchool Connect are now going to launch scholarships at least worth $10,000 is what our scholarships are going to be as well. And we want to be funding students who deserve it. Okay. And when I say deserve it, we're also going to be looking at students who don't have the capability to pay, but have shown all of the um, right things about, they have good scores, at least they have done some extracurriculars, they have scored well in the GMAT or the GRE, because it's in your control. Then we are going to give out scholarships as well. So please reach out to our teams at ischoolconnect.com, apply, and we will find some scholarships for you. Shaheen is asking, Shaheen, you're flooding my chat channel. You're not letting other people ask their questions. How can I study bachelor's in astrophysics abroad free? I am studying in class 12. Astrophysics courses typically do not give 100% scholarship. Okay, astrophysics is in demand locally, especially now with companies like NASA, SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic, and so many of them wanting students who have studied astrophysics. It's going to be hard. Okay, you're going to be competing against the local students. So you can expect about a 50-60% scholarship for your bachelor's in astrophysics, not more. Okay. Okay. Imran is asking, can I get full scholarship if I have 3 years work ex in supply chain? I do want to do an MBA. Imran, it is a lot about the profile. We will have to look at your profile in detail. I have some of our counselors on this call. I know Raja, you're on this call. He's a brilliant counselor at iSchool Connect, and he will help you. But you have to reach out and share your scores. Drone helpers, what if I get 8 in IELTS and get 4 in high school? Can I get minimum? Yes, if that's your score. And when you say 4 in HSC, I'm guessing you're talking on a scale of 4. That's a brilliant score, and you will definitely get scholarships if that's the score. Ratnakar, I'm a pharmacy student. Can I get scholarship? Which country would you suggest? Ivy League. Ratnakar, Ivy League is a very US terminology. There are a few schools that fit the Ivy League pattern, but remember that there are also schools like Harvard that are not Ivy League, right? So honestly, I always tell students, don't think Ivy League. Okay, look at the rankings. Look at rankings. They are important. Like if you go to iSchool Connect, you'll see all Times rankings, US News rankings, all of those. Look at those. Don't really focus on Ivy League, because you're going to then cut yourself short. There's very few schools that will fall under your bucket. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And we are, oh, wow. We got so many people here. Okay. Hello, Ishan. Okay. Got a bunch of people joined. I waved to a few of you. And let's go to question. Okay. Scholarships for pharmacy students. Now, you can get, pharmacy is in high demand, and even from international students. So you can get a scholarship for pharmacy up to about 80 to 90%. I have not really seen a full scholarship, but I'm sure they're available. I mean, if you find you can get it, scholarships are going to be mostly available in the US, but at the same time, the US pharmacy programs are also a little more expensive than Canadian and European programs. So look at that. But pharmacy, also check New Zealand as an option, guys. Okay, all those who are on the channel trying to think about pharmacy, New Zealand happens to be a great destination for pharmacy, pharmacology, nursing related programs. Okay, so look at that for sure. Ansh, can you please suggest schools in the UK for MS that accept 15 years of education? Ansh, with COVID, a lot of schools are actually accepting 15, even though till last year they were accepting 16 years of education. I don't have the complete list on top of my schools. It will depend on what type of MS you're looking for. It will depend on what type of a background you have. So please reach out to your consultants or iSchool Connect or anyone to get that specific information. But the good news, guys, is that a lot of schools that typically needed 16 years, you can write to them and get a waiver and say that I have a bachelor's program in India and it's only 12 plus 3, which is 15 years, and they will accommodate it for you. Okay, please remember to talk to folks. It's important. MBA, Vishal, yes, minimum 2 years work ex, maximum of 4 to 5 years of work ex. With 5 years of work ex, you're going to get a really good school. Okay. Hello, Akanksha. Got a bunch of others. Kalash, which colleges accept in the US accept 15 years? Same, like I said, for data science, your options are going to be very less because there's hardly probably 20 to 25 schools that do give data science as a master's degree. And a lot of them do need 16 years, but you should talk to the admissions team and say that, this is my, like, RIT is a great school. Georgia Tech is a great school. Again, UNC, University of North Carolina. Talk to these admissions officers and say, this is my profile. If you have a good profile, but you only have 15 years, they will make a waiver for you. Okay. All right. MS in aerospace, good schools in the Carolinas for aerospace. Also, a lot of jobs upcoming in that area, even in Texas, to be honest, because Texas, Florida is where a lot of these companies are located. So aerospace, those are the states you got to look at: Carolinas, Texas, Florida. Okay, going back to our YouTubers. Sumit is saying, please, please, please. Okay, business undergrad in US for above average student. Business undergrad. Okay. Undergrad in business is a great way of getting a business related career. Okay, and you don't really need a lot of work ex. You can apply with 0 work ex as well if you're looking for an undergrad business degree. If you are above average, I'm guessing you're not like the super 4.0 kind of people, but you're somewhere there, right? 3 to 3.5 GPA. If that's the case, aim for rank 15 to rank 30 schools. Why I say that is because it's going to be easier to get in. You're going to be the top student there. And then for your master's, since you studied your undergrad in the US, you can then aim even for the Ivy Leagues, the top schools, basically the top 25. That should be your goal, right? Okay, guys. So also remember, I posted a video on YouTube on what to do during COVID and what are the different ways you can study during COVID. Please go through that video. I've also posted in my last webcast that I did. I also spoke about what are different scholarships and things that you do, right? So on that video, you will find some links to scholarships and stuff. So please look at all of that, okay? All right. Oh, it's so, I'm literally like running. And I know I'm still missing a bunch of your questions. Okay. But we're still going to try. Okay. We're going to try. Okay. Mayan, good US universities for undergrad in mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering, there's a hell ton of schools. Based on your profile, you should find the right school. So honestly, I would say if you think of mechanical engineering, of course, any school that has the word technology in its name, I'll tell you, this is the secret, technology in its name and ranks in the top 50 on US news. It's your place to go. It starts at the top with Massachusetts Institute of Technology, right? But then lower down, you'll have Georgia Tech, Georgia Institute of Technology, and there's a lot more. So go through all of them. They're good. Okay. Lower down the order, even New Jersey Institute of Technology is good. Okay, Sumit, I would suggest, if you have the potential, if you have the backing from your family or a bank loan or whatever, doing an undergrad is much, much better. Every time you do an undergrad in the US, now when you apply for your master's, you are not competing against Indians, you're competing against Americans, and your life becomes much easier. Okay, Ratnakar, which country would you suggest for masters in pharmacy? University names. Okay, go to ischoolconnect.com/explore, put pharmacy. You're gonna get a bunch of those schools. Those are the ones you can apply to. You can sort them by rank or everything. There are a bunch of schools across the globe. I just don't know what your profile looks like, Ratnakar. Otherwise, I would be able to advise you. Um, okay. Bhagyam will be applying to CUNY, good school, and which schools offer 90 to 100% for international. A lot of the schools, even the top ones, the rank 1 to 5 schools will give 100% scholarship. It all depends on your profile, guys. You have to build your profile, and then you have to present it in the best possible way on your on your resumes, on your statement of purpose, right? You have to do all of that. So please look at that. Look at some previous videos on my channel. You will get to learn a little bit more. Okay. Shamala, Wichita State, I not so great if you can find some other schools, but if that's your best option and that's what you have got, you have to make the choice. It's about going to the US or not going to the US, right? So you have to make that choice. But of course, there are schools that are way better than Wichita State in terms of ranking and quality of education and job prospects. Okay. Annabeth, Ireland for MBA would be a no. Honestly, don't go to Ireland. If you're looking at EU, you want to be somewhere in the UK area, right? That's where business is good. Boston University is great, Sumit, for a business degree. It's a well-known school and it has great career prospects. Yes. Matapati, okay, Vaidehi, yes. Which extracurriculars make my profile more strong? Extracurriculars, like, it could be anything to do with learning, where you are teaching and training people, especially underprivileged people. It could be something to do with the environment, with nature, where you're helping improve nature. It could be anything that improves humanity. That's how you have to look at it, and those type of NGOs help. Now, if you say, yeah, I'll join the Red Cross and I'll help dogs, it's not going to be looked at that same level, because it's not humanities, right? So think of it as helping humanity get better. Okay. Okay. And then Asim, okay, connected with Gutman Community College. They told me they are not accepting. Yeah, Gutman, I have not really heard of. I don't know what that is. Please register and talk to our counselors. They are on this call. They will be able to help you, Asim. There are some community colleges that will accept you. In the end, I think what you want is a more cost-effective way of studying, right? You're not really looking for a community college, but you're looking for something where you can save money. There are other ways of doing it. It doesn't have to be a community college, but okay. Learning music. Learning music is good enough, but doesn't. It is considered an extracurricular. Yes, it's not considered as community involvement. For MBA, community involvement is also important. Okay. All right. Okay. So then, if you send so many spam messages, the channel will automatically ban you, because that's the setting we've put. So please make sure you don't send so many spam messages. Okay, and I will be ignoring spam, guys. Please be very respectful and mindful of other people who are on the channel. Please post your question once or twice. Sometimes I may not be able to answer it, but I'll look at it later. Okay. Um, okay. Best time to apply to university? Akanksha Rathore is asking. The best time is 1 year before the date when you will go to that university. That's the best way of looking at it. 1 year before. So you spend two months or so, preparing for the tests and all of that. You spend a couple of months finding the right institution. Then you spend a few months applying. Then there's visas. Then there's acceptance. So 1 year before your expected date of arrival. Okay. Mm, Banu, is the pandemic changed the chance of getting good university? Yes, it has, of course, changed your chance, but it's made it better. Okay, so if you want to get into a university and you are applying now, your competition has gone down. There's lesser people who are applying to universities, therefore more chance of scholarships. Therefore, now is the time to apply, guys. For 2021, you should apply. Okay, and see what you can get. If you don't get the deal that you want, no harm, stay in India, but otherwise please do apply. Okay, and alrighty, so best time to apply, like I said, for 2021, now is the time, guys. August is when applications, you have to start working in August, so you apply by November, December in the round one of admissions. You get the best chance of getting a scholarship in round one and round two. Okay. Winter 2021, yes, Canadian universities have started accepting applications for winter 2021. So please start applying now. Talk to your counselors at iSchool Connect if you've already enrolled. Talk to other people and talk to those institutions, but start applying. We're running a hell ton of promotions on iSchool Connect. You can get scholarships, you can get waivers on application fees, you can get a bunch of things, guys. Okay, so please apply to that. Vedehi, thank you so much. Very few times I have people saying those kind of kind words of thank you. I really appreciate it. It's my job to help you all, guys. I am here when you need me. Okay. Computer software, I am short on funds. Yes, I do understand. You have to do something about it. Get good scores, you'll get scholarships. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to conclude. I know there's a lot of more questions. I'm going to see if there are some really important ones that we have to answer. Okay. Scholarships. All those who are asking about scholarships, build a good profile. You will get scholarships. It's all possible. Okay. Thank you for all of you who are sending hearts and smileys. Oh my God, it's so lovely to engage with you guys. Our team is thinking of building better community tools where you don't have to wait till Saturday to talk to me on the live session. You should be able to talk to us on our community channels, and it's going to come up soon, guys. Okay, so in a week or two, we're going to have community.ischoolconnect.com, which I want all of you to join that community, okay, where we can all talk to each other in real time. It doesn't have to be just on a Saturday. Okay, Trishna, no worries. Okay. Yes, we do have a dedicated team to check out your applications. Yes, please apply. Okay. I am in Sushi. I am in the US. I'm right now on the West Coast and I keep moving around a lot. Okay. Insta Live. Yes, we will check all the questions, guys, and we will answer these questions. But thank you so much. Okay. Sudan, hope you answer students like me. I see you keep promoting. My comment kept on being ignored. Sudan, your comment is not ignored because of anything else but the fact that you are spamming the channel. And I suggest not to spam the channel. I already answered one of your questions on University of Southampton, but then you're again spamming the channel. That's the only reason, okay? And promoting iSchool Connect is not in order to make money or anything, guys. Of course, we have a business, but all I tell you guys is to take all the freeware, free software, the free things that are available, because like I said, iSchool Connect is born out of me and my team's vision to help students. And it's our goal to put a lot of stuff, lot of content. There's blogs, there's communities, like there's school search engines. There's so much that you can get for free. So instead of me doing all this live, why don't I put all that on a website and tell you guys to use it, right? That's why I keep telling about iSchool Connect. Go there, use all the free stuff. So that's the reason, right? So Sudan, I'm gonna ignore your comment because it's not something that is encouraged. But please make use of everything, right, guys? All the content, a lot of the stuff that I put on YouTube, we put on our Instagram channels, even iSchool Connect's own channels. Okay, go there, take all the free stuff. If you need anything, write to our teams. They're gonna help you. Okay. Yes, we do help with GRE as well. But of course, we'll have our partners. We ourselves don't run any GRE prep or anything, but we can guide you with how you wanna do it. Okay, guys, it's almost time. It's been an hour. It's been great going live with you all. Have a good rest of the Saturday. Have a good rest of the weekend. Do not think so much about coronavirus and how bad the world has become. Think about all the positives. Think about next year. Okay, 2021 is going to be good. Okay, apply to schools for 2021. They will give you a lot of scholarships, because now is the time when very few students are applying. Chance of scholarships are higher. Chance of getting an admit to your dream institution is also higher. Okay, and please make use of ischoolconnect.com, all of this stuff. I will go again live hopefully next week, and I will answer some of the questions. But meanwhile, our teams are there continuously answering questions on social media. Okay, so good luck with everything. Akshat, yes, how I wish I can take more time, but there are a lot of students that we have to attend to, and there's a lot of work in the business that we have to do. Our teams are working day and night, guys, for students like yourselves. And I wish to publicly thank everything that they are doing. We have about 55 of us, and we have a wonderful team in Mumbai, Hyderabad, in the US. And it's our job to help students like yourselves. So take care and good luck with everything, guys. Lots of love, hearts and wishes to all of you. Okay, see you soon next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay. And